Welcome to AwesomeReader, where we review different books by different authors. This Sunday, Nostalgia and Other Short Stories by Emma Chinje, our very own Kenyan writer. To the facts of the book, Emma Chinje is a pseudonym of the author. She described herself as an avid romance reader and a reluctant writer. She has aspirations of compiling and publishing various stories that are crowding her head at the moment. Nostalgia and Other Short Stories is her first book, and it's a collection of short stories which shows views of relationship among couples living in a very cosmopolitan, yet still a traditionally Kenyan society. The book has 143 pages, crisp white pages. It's a black, nice font, makes it easy to read. It's a small, pocket-sized book, can easily carry and read anywhere. Currently, the book retails at 800 Kenya shillings. Please check the screen for details on how you can get yourself a copy. But remember, we are giving away 10 autographed signed copies. Check the details on the description box below. To the highlights of the book. The book has 9 short stories, as the title suggests. Out of the 9 stories, I will suggest 2 stories and highlight them today for us. Nostalgia, as the topic of the book, was one of the stories. We are introduced to Lara, a girl who's been abroad for the past 5 years, doing her studies, and has just managed to get some vacation time and came home back to Kenya. She hooks up with the childhood friends and decides to head to Naivasha, and they set up camp at the lake shores. As they enjoy the campfire and enjoy the moment and share stories. In the middle of the night, her ex-boyfriend does show up on the scene. Of course, we are told of a breakup that was not good. They had a fight, drifted apart. Days turns to months, months turns to years, and eventually Lara left for further studies and the relationship went cold. So here they are. The rest of the friends excuse themselves to go and sleep, and their conversation goes back to those years and the breakup. Just a small conversation, and again it all goes south. Her boyfriend, Njoroge, being left with these thoughts of what he would have said differently. The only option for him was to sleep in the car. Let's say Lara could not allow Njoroge to sleep in the car, which he had left running to get warm and dozed off, forgetting to switch off the car. Well, they shared a sleeping bag for the night. Njoroge confessed that his regrets was the way he treated his first love. And more apologies followed, and this time from Lara. She apologized on how she hurt him during their last fight. And finally, she was lost in him. The next story I would like to highlight is Sticking. Sticking, a story that I enjoyed. We are introduced to April, a girl just coming from a small me time in the coastal town of Kenya. Her husband Mike at the airport readily picks her up. During this moment, April wants to have a conversation on their way home. But Mike, well, not interested in having a conversation. We get to understand and we get to learn the problem when Mike asks these questions. You want us to resolve a month-old marital issue during a half-hour drive? And blames April on the position they were in at the moment. Mike's parents are in town. The couple have to become cordial and dash everything out as they enter the house. April has to cut short her lone me time because of a parent visit, and she'd been away for almost a month. Everything was still in the same place when she enters the house, even after coming back after the month. She left, and the reason she left, some bad news from her gyna about her uterus. She wondered how Mike would take it, not being able to become a father, and the pain was too much. She just upped and left. Mike confessed that he already knew the story from her sister, and she was just giving her space. They promised each other, after a brief talk, not to live again, and they switched off the lights to sleep. In my opinion, the author has been very brave in the use of dialogue in the storyline. It's quite impressive in the extent which she has employed it in the storytelling. She is quite descriptive with her characters, and she has chosen places and names we can relate to in her stories. This makes the story impactful and very relatable. Being a romantic book, I had the feeling the author shied off from being very descriptive in some romantic scenes, leaving us hanging in the process and yearning for more. This is a one-time read, and it's well worth your investment in it. Short stories have a way of breaking up a reader's block, and Emma Tinje just provides the dosage you need to get yourself back to reading. This has been Awesome Reader. Subscribe and share. Remember, we're giving away 10 autographed copies of Nostalgia and Other Short Stories. Please check the description box below for details on how you can get yourself a copy. Till next Sunday, let's keep reading.